Matt, you go ahead, John.
Go ahead.
All right. So you guys have been learning the offense since I think it was late February. You guys started spring practice. How do you guys feel like you're finally understanding it, and do you feel like you're game ready for this offense?
Yeah, I absolutely think we are game ready. Like you said, we've had a long time at it. We've had a long time to pick up the tempo, and obviously that's what this offense is predicated off of. And you could see our growth from the spring, and then you could see it getting better and better throughout camp. And now that we've started prepping for Western, we've gotten even a little bit faster then. So I definitely think we're game ready.
How do you feel compared this week one compared to last year's week one?
It's a little bit different. Last year I knew that I was going to get into the game, but I didn't know when. This year, I know as soon as they call the offense out on the field, I'm going to be out there, and it's exciting. A little nervous, a little excitement, a little anxiety. It's a little bit of everything mixed into one. But honestly, I'm just ready to get out there.
Excited to pick apart another defense except your own?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty sick of going against Lynch and the boys every day. Coach told us last week that it was going to be the last time that we had to go against them, so I was pretty happy.
Matt, when you've looked at film at Western Kentucky, what are the things that have jumped out at you?
They're very athletic. That's the first thing that jumps out on you. And we've been kind of playing a chess game with ourselves almost because, they had so many athletic players that were seniors last year. And, it's just that week one game that, there's so much mystery behind it because, they could bring in a bunch of guys that you're even more athletic, or they could have a different scheme and, from last year. So, we're just keeping an open mind, as far as, game planning and stuff. Obviously we have our initial stuff, but things could change because it's week one and they could do something that we've never seen before. So but we do know from last year that they're very athletic, and they're very good on the back end, and they're very strong up front.
When we talked at media day, you guys were talking about 60 points a game is what you guys want to throw up. Still shooting for that number?
Absolutely, nothing's changed. It seems like a lot, and if we do it, there's going to be some people that are like, wow, 60 points, but to us it's just going to be like, we met our goals. We did what we wanted to do, and nothing's changed since then.
Matt, since Coach Favors has that relationship with Coach Holt, has he the thing he stressed to you about the defense? Is there athleticism, or is he like gone to the past and brought up something else for you guys?
It's been a little bit of both. We know that this defensive coordinator has faced this type of offense before, so Coach Favors told us that he might do something just for us, and then week two go back to what they usually do. And like I said before, it's kind of like the week one mystery that you play with the other team. But we do know that they're athletic. We do know that they're very strong up front and very like I said, very athletic on the back end. So we're just keeping an open mind going into it.
Coach talked about all the advantages that they seem to have, especially defensively. How do you kind of go into that? What kind of mentality do you take into that?
Well, like I said, you just got to keep an open mind to changes and stuff because we have our game plan set. We have what we would like to do, set, but things could change throughout the game. They could come out and play something completely different, and like Coach said, that's an advantage to them. Their coaches played this offense before, and we honestly don't know 100% what they're going to line up in, and we're going to have to just be open on the sidelines to changes, and we're going to have to be open to suggestions that coaches make and stuff like that. And I think if we do that, we'll be all right.
How difficult is it to do that? With week one into the new system.
I honestly don't know yet because we haven't had to do it. You asked me after the game, I might be able to give you a better answer, but these coaches have done a great job of mixing stuff up in practice. On the schedule it might say 7-on-7, and then Coach Favors blows the whistle and says, all right, we're going to team. So he throws sudden changes at us, and we've responded well offensively and defensively to the changes. So I'm not too worried about it.
To a degree, would I be right or wrong, Matt, in saying that this offense is kind of impervious to those kinds of things? I mean, in other words, you guys are going to do what you do to a degree, no matter what you're seeing on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the beauty of this offense is, you know, we can run the same plays against, you know, any type of defense. And, you know, whereas last year we were very heavily predicated on, you know, what does this defense do? And, you know, we're going to design certain plays to beat this defense. Well, you know, this year it's, you know, we're going to run our stuff and let's see if you can stop it. And, you know, the coaches aren't hard-headed, you know, and, you know, we're not hard-headed. If we know something's not going to work, we're not going to call it. But, you know, like you said, we're going to run our stuff and we're going to see if you're going to be able to stop it.
Matt, you guys have been hearing all summer and all spring about how good you guys are supposed to be. How's it going to feel to be able to get on the field and finally just tune out all the media and just play?
It's going to feel great. You know, all the stuff, all the preseason, you know, accolades, all the hype, you know, all that stuff is just potential for us. You know, it's things that we could be, and you know, we don't really know how good we can be until we actually go out there and do it. And you know, like you said, it's going to feel great to just get out there on the field, just get it in between the white lines, and you know, forget about all the, you know, distractions and stuff, and just go out there and play football.
Do you like to be told how good you are, or do you want to go out and kind of be the underdog?
You know, the underdog role was pretty neat last year, but you know, I know this team, especially the seniors, have been, you know, either underdogs or, you know, overlooked for the majority of their careers here, and you know, I think they deserve, you know, the spotlight. I think they deserve that to be the favorites, you know, every once in a while, and you know, we're taking a different mindset this year, you know, to, you know, we want to be the top dogs, and you know, we want to stay on top.
Matt, you're up against a secondary that really only has one starter with any significant history, and he starts in Western Kentucky. Put more pressure on you, you put more pressure on yourself. How do you approach a secondary that really hasn't had a whole lot of time on the field in your preparation?
Well, it kind of goes back to, you know, we really don't know what they're about. You know, last year we know that they relied a lot on those guys, and you know, they weren't afraid to just play man-to-man across the board. And you know, this year with a bunch of young guys coming in, or you know, guys that might not have that much experience, they might want to, you know, try out some zone. But you know, they might just say, well, you know, these guys are ready now, so we're going to do what we did last year. It doesn't put any added pressure on me or, you know, any of the coaches or anything. I trust my wide receivers. You know, if there's a one-on-one matchup, you know, I trust that, you know, my guy's going to win for me, and I trust that I'm going to put the ball on him and we're going to score. You know, we do know that they do have one cornerback, and he's a pretty good player. And, you know, it's not like we're afraid of him, but we need to know where he's at because, you know, he showed on film last year that, you know, he could be a game changer.
Anything else for Matt? All right, thank you.